Hello there, one more commentary by Moletrap here. On the game between Lomo and Free. This is on Loki 2, as it says right there. 3 set, that means this is the third game of the set. This is a best of 3, so Free won the first game. Lomo won the second game. Basically kind of came in with a little bit of a push at just the right moment. And Free was in the middle of teching up and wasn't expecting it, and he was able to overrun Free's base with some clever mine placement. Well, yeah, it was pretty good mine placement, but also it was Free's bad for walking into him, honestly. He basically wasted his forces on the mines. So this is going to be an interesting third game. Let's see who comes out on top. As I said before, Lomo is kind of kind of new on the scene, and hasn't played many televised games, so we don't know too much about him. Plays decently, but not incredibly well. Free has been around for a little while, and I placed him kind of as a he's a decent Protoss player. He's not what I would call one of the better Protoss players, but he's all right. This map might make things interesting. This map makes for long games oftentimes, because you have a protected natural expansion behind your base. That it's down a ramp, and you have to go through the main to get to that. So it's very easy for players to both take their expansions on this map. And then you have another expansion at your kind of natural below your base, and you see Free's probe coming up through that extra natural into Lomo's base, doing a little bit of scout there. He's probably going to try and harass that SCV, get that barracks delayed a little bit if he can. It doesn't look like it's going to work. This makes for long games because it's easy to get 3 bases, 3 intake nodes real quick, and you have both players pumping out a lot of forces usually. It turns into kind of a longer macro battle. Both players, it looks like neither player's going particularly for, well, I was going to say they're not particularly going for expansion very quickly. We'll see if that's what Lomo's doing. No, Lomo's running his SCVs out somewhere. I'm not sure if it's a scout. He might be going for some kind of proxy here, theoretically. He is going for proxy. He's going for a proxy barracks. So this is interesting. He's chased Free's probe out of his base. And he sent another SCV out to act like the scout. Okay, so hopefully for Free, he is going to be smart and realize what's going on, because he didn't see that refinery in Lomo's base. And if he'd seen that, he must have seen that there was no refinery. And with no refinery there, he's got to know that something's going on. He's either going for a command center, or, well, that's probably what he thinks he's going for, is an extra command center, honestly. So that could be the key right here, is Free is going to think that Lomo is getting an extra command center, and he's not going to expect a ton of Marines to pour out here. So depending on what Free is doing right now, he may be caught off guard. He does have a Zealot there. He's getting Dragoons. So basically it's going to come down to the fact of the matter of if Free... Oh no! Lomo coming out with a ton of SCVs. This is it then. It's not going to turn into a long game at all. This is it. He's coming out with 5 Marines. He's got 2 barracks pumping out Marines. I don't think Free sees that barracks. And it looks like he's got 7 or 8 SCVs as well. Free may have just seen that with his probe. Free's probe coming back here. This is gonna be crazy. It looks like Free did see that. He's trying to put those things on his ramp. He needs Dragoons though, otherwise those SCVs, he's getting extra gateways, but I don't think they're gonna come in time. I think it's hard to tell what that is. It doesn't look like a gateway actually. Okay, all kinds of SCVs in his base. Free bringing out his probes. He does get the Dragoon out. The Dragoon is surrounded though. It can't get out. He needed that Dragoon to micro around. There are just too many SCVs there protecting those Marines. He's doing a good job protecting his Marines. Free going in with the probes though. He loses 2 Marines to probes. Probe fire. The Zealot is still alive as well. Zealot picking things off. Probes getting out. They're going to pick off another Marine, it looks like. But Lomo has more reinforcements coming in. Oh, that was a shield battery. That's why it didn't look like a gateway. So that was a pretty good move by Free getting out that shield battery. But Lomo has too many reinforcements coming in. Oh, and he just has 1 pylon. 1 pylon for all of his shit right there. If he loses that pylon, then he is absolute toast. He gets another Dragoon out. That Dragoon is again surrounded. It looks like he's going to be able to run it out, but those Marines are attacking it. it is going to be able to hold that off a little bit. I think it's basically going to come down to micro at this point, because I think Free is actually going to take this, honestly. Lomo is almost out of SCVs in his base. Both of them are very low on econ, but Free does have a few more, and he has that, oh, see, refilling on the shield battery there. That was exactly what he needed to do. Free, however, not mining at all anymore. He's lost all of his probes except for that one. He cannot produce any more units right now. It's basically going to come down. It looks like the shield battery is out of energy. He's microing around, doing an excellent job of microing. He saved that Dragoon. That's exactly what he needed to do. And Free has held off this attack. Oh my god! Free managing to hold off the attack. He has a Citadel of Adun down too. It looks like he probably planted that. He was going for some quick Templar before this all happened. Free, a little bit careless, honestly. I think going out trying to pick off those forces, he's in a little bit of trouble. He needs to hold this ramp, and he does fall back to his ramp. Lomo suiciding his Marines on that ramp. That was a little careless on his part, on both of their parts a little bit. And now I'm gonna have to give the momentum to Free, because he does have a couple more probes mining right now, and he's got those Dragoons, so he has the tech advantage here. And he's doing a lot better job of microing his forces around. I'm not sure if he has range upgrade or not, but he's doing a very good job pulling in and out, and Dragoon's obviously more. Oh, yeah. And Lomo, GG's, he sees that was exactly what had gone on. He had no SCVs. He had no way of producing units. And basically that Dragoon had Lomo Free shaking his head there. He knew that all he had to do was march those Dragoons into his base, and that's what he was moving to do. And giving a nice, respectful bow there, that was good sportsmanship on Lomo's part, at least. So Free, looking really bewildered. He almost looks like he lost there. I guess he's just like, what the fuck? What was that? So Free moving on to the next round, and anxious to see how he'll do in that, because he was displaying some good micro in that. Usually I don't think of him as that good of a player, but obviously we'll see how he does. Thanks for listening.